Good morning. My name is Patricia Simpson. I am one of the senior leaders at Whitaker IT, and this morning I wanted to share with you some of our tips for having a successful virtual interview. Our first tip is to dress as if this were an in-person interview. So from head to toe, make sure it's simple and professional, no wrinkles, clean, just exactly how you would want to present yourself and make a great first impression. Our second tip is to make sure that you are in a quiet space for this interview. So make sure that you have either picked a dedicated office space or a quiet corner of your home that is free of any distractions. A nice, clear, clean background is ideal. So make sure you remove any pets. Ask your friends and family members that you live with to not interrupt you during the period that you will be interviewing. And then also make sure that any radios and TVs are turned off so that you don't have anything possibly disrupting your interview. Our third tip is to test your technology. So make sure that you have already downloaded the app that you're going to be using for the interview. Check to make sure you have the right credentials to log in, and then use this time to also check your audio and video quality. Work with a recruiter or work with a trusted family member or friend who will give you feedback on how you sound, on the lighting, and to give you any last minute feedback on your background. The other and probably biggest important thing here is if you are using a laptop instead of your desktop for the interview, make sure it is fully charged and plugged in. Our fourth tip is to make sure that you have all of the documents that you are going to need with you in front of you at the time of the interview. So the first thing being your resume. The second being the job description for the role that you're interviewing for. Ideally, at this point, you have already jotted down a few bullet points as to why you are a good fit for the role. So make sure you have that in front of you. Last but not least, make sure that you also have a list of questions that you want to ask your interviewers about the position. Our next tip is to do your homework. Research not only the company, but the profiles of the individuals who will be interviewing you. Take this opportunity to also download and review the most commonly asked interview questions so you can think about how you would respond to some of those questions should you be asked in the interview. Last but not least, make sure you thank your interviewers for their time and ask them about the next step. So this is your opportunity to make sure that they see that you're interested in the role and that you are ready to move forward in the process. So those are our tips for having a successful virtual interview. We welcome any comments and would also be happy to work with you should there be any need for our services. Good luck.